Gurmeet, very good afternoon to you and great to have you on. Are these Tuesday jitters that we're seeing because of the expiry? Do you think that this is the time to really stack up ahead of the GST meet?
I think, hi Tamanna, I think there is one section of the market which is a little worried on how much will come in the 40% slab and whether states will agree or not. And this could end up being a more rejig than actual GST cut. And that is the reason certain parts of the market haven't responded, whether it is four-wheelers because of confusion around the slabs. It's something to do with, in broad discretionary segment. Will there be any price-wise ad valorem duties, whether it's on apparels or whether it's on, even appliances? So I think there's some bit of confusion there, and that's the reason. And plus, obviously, you have FIs continuously selling. The sentiment hasn't been that great of late, and I think the market would want to wait it out. But I think that if you see there is growth uptick happening, GDP numbers are showing it. HSBC manufacturing PMI number was at an high. After a long time, I saw it almost closer to 60. And even the bank credit offtake should pick up this quarter. So macro indicators are pointing to a bit of a growth recovery. We'll have to see whether it translates into earnings or not next quarter. And that's why the not so exciting reaction from the market.
I'm just wondering if it is a bit not entirely taking into account the impact of what the GST cuts are going to look like. And I understand that there is that extent of trepidation of what will come in 40 and what will come in 18 and what will come in 5, etc. Gurmeet. But my only question being that the directional intent seems very clear to make things cheaper and to boost consumption at a time when we're under a tariff attack. Having said that, do you think that Friday then is going to be key?
No, absolutely. I just hope that the implementation is immediate. Earlier, there was a confusion that some codes need to be fixed at the back end. I think that's gone. I think you just need to reset the rate. As I said, the market wants to see that not too many things go into 40% as luxury. There are not too many price slabs. And there is actual benefit coming in. And me being an optimistic, I hope it plays out that way. Also, the valuations, even if, let's say, consumption cuts play out, it's not that you're getting, let's say, an AC maker at 20p, or you're getting, let's say, FMCG companies at 20p, or you're getting, let's say, some of the retailers at 20, 30p. The valuations are still rich because the stock has seen more a time correction and less of a price correction, if I want to put it. So I think the key is earning revival. How does that demand-led recovery leads to earning revival? And quarter on quarter, we are still at single digit, unfortunately. And that's the reason FIs are still seller. If you see the outflows, I mean, see, China has got so much flows, Korea has got flows. End of the day, the hot money keeps moving basis where the relative opportunities are.
Okay, I wonder if the hot money is chasing Puravankara today. Let's just pull up that stock. Had a very good opening and a strong start when we started off the day because of news coming in about a redevelopment in a South Mumbai property. But now in an exchange filing, they put out the information that they're bringing exclusive property shows to the USA for NRIs in September 2025. I wonder if they're assuming a lot of Indian origin citizens or people in the US will want to make their way back as things get, tough between the two nations. Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think I agree with you. I was thinking about this today. If I was looking for clues into which way it's going, I think the clues are hinting at an off-ramp. With you never know. I don't know what Donald Trump is going to say at 11:30 tonight. Watch out for that. We'll be cutting into it live. No, but he's doing it from the Oval Office. So from the Oval Office, it's a pretty big deal.
That's true.
But the fact that his post yesterday didn't say I will increase tariffs. It just said these are the facts and something to ponder over. You have Scott Bessent saying that we will find some kind of solution, and India has more more to do with China than with Russia, more in common. Because they're democracies. You have a Nomura note from yesterday which says that they reckon by November, tariffs will be back down to 25%. So they've put that out there. And I don't know if any of you all spotted it yesterday when the SCO was going on. The American embassy in India, the official handle, put out this post saying that we are very proud of our partnership with India, blah, 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 apropos of nothing, no context. So I wonder if there are back channel attempts at easing off.
And his message that India even offered to reduce tariffs to zero or not. So I mean, there's not too many aggressive comments in the last 2 days or 24 to 48 hours. Let's wait and watch how this shapes up. But very interesting
and if
times.
not, then Puravankara is always there, or any company is there saying this property back in India. But no, that's on a lighter note. But real estate has definitely been in focus. What's also been in focus is a vendor Spark that has upgraded Sun TV to a buy. So Sun TV in focus actually. The brokerages call it the best proxy to play the IPL theme. Vansh joins in with more details. I wonder why, Vansh.
Well, yes, so the brokerage has upgraded the stock to buy with the target price of, they have hiked the target price to 680 rupees from the earlier target price of 495. Now, the brokerage believes now the company is transitioning into a pure play proxy on the IPL structural growth, and the derating of the core business is now complete, and all the negatives are priced in for this particular counter. Brokers also believe that the Sun TV remains the best proxy in the listed companies to play the IPL story through their franchisee Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now the IPL remains a marquee property, especially in a single sport country like India, and the brokerage believes that the IPL calendar is expanding for sure. And the global players are relying on live sports after reaching a sub-growth limit on their saturation point. And with the IPL teams going global, they have a target price of about 840 rupees in a period of 3 years. So clearly, a big upgrade is what we are seeing on this particular counter as well.
Well, certainly up and about today. And by the way, thanks a lot for that, Vansh. And by the way, speaking of stocks which are up and about, just mark the intradays of these stocks. Nandan Denim, Welspun Living. So some textile names just starting to perk a little bit. There is Mindtech and there is Vimta Labs, which has had this huge spike in the last few minutes of trade. Okay, Welspun Living not as much of a spike, but some of the others certainly. Vimta Labs is the one I'm interested in. Look at that move. Trending higher, 17% on 12 million shares traded for this stock. Gurmeet, some of these specialized players, and good afternoon to you. I'm calling Vimta specialized because it does work which not too many other businesses do, and there are a clutch of others, right? Solar Industries could be classified as one which does work, which not a lot of other businesses do in the country, and there are a clutch of others like that. How do you evaluate whether to hold on to something like this? I don't know if you have a view on Vimta Labs or a Nandan Denim or a Solar Industries. I presume Solar Industries, yes.
So Neeraj, I think degree of difficulty is how you term it in terms of or the entry barrier. So I think another one which is now looking very good is the semiconductor play. We only have OSAT plants, which is end-to-end outsourcing of the semiconductor chip. We're yet to go to the level 2 and 3. So I think we like CG because that's purely, it's not exactly a semiconductor play, but within listed a semiconductor play. Has done very well. Government really wants to ramp it up. And one thing I've learned post-COVID is that be where the government is allocating more funds and more policy support. We saw that with defense in 21, 22. We saw that with electronic manufacturing some time back. And now we will see that with semiconductors as well. So I think that's the value chain. And there's a beautiful article the promoter of CG Power has written on the distribution value chain of a semiconductor chip. I think I recommend everybody to go through it, and I think there are a lot of opportunities there. Similarly, on defense, I think you will see more and more announcements. I think there is lumpiness to the business. What we are not realizing is that a lot of our Indian companies are also getting into some products which run like FMCG, like grenades and artilleries and bulletproof jackets, etc. While there is lumpiness in order, there are a lot of products where you can call it fast moving defense, if I may call it. And I think that is where that will keep adding to the margin and working capital issues as and when that mix keeps going up. So there's a lot of foreign delegation in Nagpur, which is apparently the explosive capital for India. My sense is you will see more defense announcements there as well. So we are concentrating here. And also in terms of some of the new platform plays, I think it's once there are 2 or 3 players left in a new age business platform play, whether it is quick commerce, food delivery, fashion, then that's when after that you start getting the benefits of operating leverage and scale coming in, and that's when the delta and profit is geometrical.
What are your favorite semiconductor players, Gurmeet?
We have just one, unfortunately, Tamanna. We have CG Power technically, which is more power systems, right? The
No,
first
but what
semiconductor
about
chip will
What
take
about
time.
Canes and Amber and all of that? You're not looking at those in that bucket?
Yeah. No, Keynes is actually again confined to again OSAT confined to electronic, not just the broader play. Semiconductor has to be much broader play. Also, it needs huge capex. Just see the capex commitment for next 3 years for a CG or a Tata Electronics. Unfortunately, Tata Electronics is not available even in unlisted space. So I think these are the top two players in my view which can scale up. So you have to look at something. I'm not saying we will have our own NVIDIA at some point of time, but the focus government has. My sense is this sector will surprise. And similarly, aerospace. I think that's another sector, in my view, will surprise because a lot of Indian companies are getting registered as tier two, tier three vendors, even there as well. So you have to, since Neeraj spoke about niche areas, I think these are to me, semiconductor is one area where you'll see a lot of players coming in the entire value chain.